Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Soph. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and comment before you leave. I'm filming in my bedroom again. I'm hoping the lighting is a bit different to normal because I do have my ring light on, but it's a bit difficult to use because my camera is too heavy to put on the ring light. Anyway, back to the video. I'm going to be doing a Q&A, and I asked on my Instagram for some questions, and I'm just going to answer them. So I asked twice, so I'm going to get the screenshot up first. Favourite thing you have ever bought? That is so hard because I'm such a shopaholic. I buy stuff all the time. At the moment, it's my ring light because it's helping me with YouTube and Instagram and all of that. But when I buy things, they become my favourite things, so I don't actually know. I could also say my Switch because I play it all the time. I play an Animal Crossing, which, by the way, I will leave my thing here if anyone wants to play with me. But yeah, I don't actually know what my favourite thing I've ever bought is because I buy so much. It's so bad, but I do buy so much that I probably... Although my MacBook, I do like my MacBook a lot, and I have to say that it has to be at least one of my favourites because they cost a bloody lot of money. But yeah, that's really hard. I buy things all the time. I could buy something really small, like, I don't know, these nails, and they could be my favourite, or I could go for something expensive like my Switch or my Mac. But yeah, I don't know. I like everything that I buy. If I don't like it, then it's a regret, right? So that's that's that. My favourite foundation at the moment, it's the Fenty hydration foundation, which I'm wearing today because it's the one that's working best for me right now. I don't like that it literally doesn't work with any of my concealers. Like, if I get close enough, you can probably see there's a lot of creasing under my eye, and I never had that with my MAC foundation, but I do really like the Fenty one, and it's a better colour match as well. My favourite game, so my obvious favourite game is Sims 4 because that is a game that I will go back to no matter what. If we're talking about Xbox, my favourite game will be Call of Duty because they're like the only ones I play. Oh, and Ark. I really like Ark. But definitely Sims 4. Me and Connor are looking at getting a gaming computer so that I can actually go back to recording my Sims ones because I know that quite a few people liked it and I really enjoy playing Sims, so why not share my experience with people, you know? But also Animal Crossing because that is the one that I'm obsessed with right now. Everyone knows that if you're like a proper Sims player, you'll play for months and then you'll leave it for months. I'm on my leave it for months and I'm on Animal Crossing. And let me tell you, this game is so wholesome and so simple, yet I find it so hard. But yeah, so at the moment it's Animal Crossing, but my all-time favourite game is Sims 4. Or just Sims in general, really. What's the most difficult decision you've had to make? I don't think I've ever had to make very difficult decisions. I am the worst decision maker in the world. Like, literally, I cannot make decisions to save my life. Like, if somebody said to me, this way you live, this way you die, I wouldn't even be able to make that decision. Like, I'm literally so indecisive, and it's because my brain, like, overthinks all the scenarios that can come from either or. So it's like, if you said apple or oranges, my brain would go through the million outcomes of if I chose the apple or if I chose the orange. And then I like second guess all of them and like think all the negatives. And it's just a long process. Like, ask anyone who knows me really well. I am the worst decision maker. I literally can't make a decision. I can't. It's like I'm scared of like committing to that decision. I guess there's probably been a few decisions, like choosing to remove someone from your life or keep them in it. That's been quite a hard one before. I have done that. They probably don't know that I've done that, but I have done it. Who's your favourite Instagrammer? Okay, so let me go on to Instagram a second. My favourite uploads are probably from, well, I obviously love Soph Does Now, well, Soph Does Life, who is Soph on Instagram, but she's my favourite YouTuber. If we're just talking about like normal Instagrammers, I follow my friend called Georgia, she always uploads like really pretty pictures of like flowers and stuff, and it just makes me feel really calm. And then I love my friend Jess's Instagram. She's called like Miss Jess Byrne or something. She's a really good, well, she's just a really good like artist. She can make really cool cakes, and she is like really good at artsy makeup, and she's just really talented. I follow a lot of people, so if I like what I see, then I like it. But I can't really think of like people whose feed I constantly like, but those two I definitely like. How are you coping in lockdown? I think I'd be coping a lot better if, one, I could work from home, and two, I didn't have a uni module to finish, because my module is literally due less than 3 weeks time, and I am really stressed because I literally haven't done anything, because I just have lost all creative. I'm on a creative course, so it's all like designing and stuff. It's not like typing an essay or anything, which I think I'll be able to cope with better. But I've lost all creativity. The world is in a weird space. I'm angry with the world because there's people that aren't listening and like ruining it for the rest of us. And yeah, so I'm coping okay, but I've not been very well either. But I would be coping better if I could work from home, because I'm off from work. I probably won't get paid for some of the time that I've been off, so money's going to be a struggle. Luckily I had some saved up. And if I could work from home, then I would still get paid and I would be safe. But, and then if I'd finished uni by the time this has happened, then I wouldn't have that to stress about as well. What's your biggest life motto? I don't think I have a life motto. Like, I'm really good at giving people advice, but I myself do not take much advice. I don't really have a motto. Like, I tell myself like things will get better, but I don't really have a specific life motto, which is really boring actually. I should have one. If anybody has an idea of what mine should be, let me know. I mean, yeah, no, I literally don't have one. That's so boring. I'm such a boring person. Every question has been, I don't know, I don't have one. What's something you say a lot? It used to be peace out, Girl Scouts, but that became really cringy. I say legit a lot. Like, I'm like, legit. 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 Yeah, I think it's mainly like legit and stuff like, okay, cool. People will be talking about it, I'm like, okay, cool. Anyway, so now we'll go on to the active questions. We have, what's your dream job? So it's very cliche, but my dream job, I have a couple. And they're very different paths. All growing up and even to now, my absolute dream job would have been to be a criminal profiler or a criminologist or something along those lines. But I didn't follow that route because I didn't want to. My anxieties around university stopped me from going to university. And then when I did go to university, it was on a creative course, on a much smaller course. So there was literally like 8 of us in the course. And I didn't have to do any presentations and stuff. And I knew that I'd have to do presentations in the criminology one. So I just scrapped it. And that's why you shouldn't let your anxieties get the best of you. But right now, I would love to work in like the social media industry. Obviously, I am trying to be an influencer. I am under an agency and stuff, so that could one day be my career, which is really exciting. YouTube, if YouTube was my career, I'd be the happiest girl in the world because I could work from home, do my own hours. I'd be actually happy with what I was doing, and I just feel like the world would be a better place in my eyes. But yeah, those are my 2 sort of dream job situations. Somebody said, how are you finding becoming an influencer? So I am really enjoying it, but I feel like I can't say that I'm an influencer because I haven't really collabed with any brands. I do have discount codes for like 2 brands, but I had those anyway, and I always leave them in my description. But I do feel like I do have an influence because I get a lot of messages, like, people don't really see because they tend to be in my private messages rather than on comments, but people do engage with me a lot, and I do get asked questions like, I need a new eyeshadow palette, can you recommend me one with these sort of colours that isn't more than this amount? What sort of eyeliners you use? I get questions all the time, and I do send people products that I think suit them. So I do influence people, but you can't really see it because it's not through engagement of like comments and stuff, it's through actually messaging me, and I love it. Like, I have no problem with people asking me for advice because that's what I'm here for. That's why I do what I do. So I'm actually finding it really fun, and I'm meeting a lot of, like, I'm in contact with a lot of girls now through the agency that are doing the same sort of thing as me, and they're actually really nice people as far as I'm aware, unless they're saying stuff behind my back, but they're all really lovely ladies. Everyone's so like supportive of each other. There's no cattiness, no bitchiness, and it's just really, it's a really nice positive environment. I think if people were being really judgmental, and again, they could be behind my back, I don't know, I've not seen anything to think that, but if they're being really judgmental and stuff, I would feel really sort of, I need to sort of leave that situation, but they're not like that, so it's all good. It's all good. How old am I? I am 21, and I will be turning 22 in May, June, July. I'll be turning 22 in 3 months. 3 things you want to achieve this year. Okay, so one of my goals was to lose weight, which doesn't seem to be happening. Another one of my goals were to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which does not seem to be happening, but I'm still holding out hope that one of my videos are gonna blow up one day. And but no, my main goal is to have, my main 3 goals are to, my 3 main goals for this year would be to get to a weight where I am happy within myself, to have my YouTube channel grow to at least 500, but I would prefer 1,000, and to really find myself, get myself to a place where I'm happy, whether that's working really, really hard so I get myself to a place where I can maybe work from home or do the kind of job that I want to do, whether that's leaving situations that I'm in now that aren't making me happy, bringing myself into a happier situation. Either way, just to like get myself to the situation in which I would be happier in, because, you know, you yourselves have a massive impact on your happiness. Your choices and the way you live your life have a massive impact. Yes, some people can come along and ruin the ride for you, but again, you can remove yourself. It's all in your hands. What made you want to start doing YouTube? Okay, so I actually wanted to do YouTube from when I was about 16. I enjoyed watching people. Like, I still watch the same people that I watched back when I was 16, like 5 years ago. I still enjoy their videos. I like sharing my opinions with people. Not that many people want to hear it, but I like giving my opinions on products. I like helping people who are maybe starting out in makeup and stuff. I like to give lifestyle tips. I know I haven't done many mental health videos, but I do really want to. It's just a very touchy subject, and I have to go about it the right way. I like sharing my interests with people. I just like having, it gives me confidence. It gives me a lot of confidence, because I've had like 2 nasty comments and I just laughed at them, whereas normally I would just cry. But yeah, it gives me so much confidence, and I just really enjoy doing it. So the reason I wanted to start doing it was that I wanted a platform where I could share my interests, my opinions, give people advice. I just wanted a platform where I could share with people, basically, because I don't really do it in real life, but I wanted to create it. And it's like a creative, I'm basically letting my creativity out into my videos and helping people at the same time, which I like. Favourite makeup brand. So just off the bat, my favourite makeup brand is Makeup Revolution. I've used them since they were a very small, not very well known brand. I had I think it was called Give Them Nightmares or something, that palette. The formula wasn't great compared to what they are now. I hate it when the dog barks when I'm over there. Oh, it's because there's a weird man. I can't even remember what I was talking about now. Oh, my favourite makeup brand. Yeah, so Makeup Revolution have been my favourite makeup brand since like I was like 15, 16. And I still use them now. I still use their concealer is my favourite concealer. I'm always keeping up with their new releases. I love their skin, that they've branched out to skincare now. Like, it's all really, really good. I do like my Jeffree Star and my Morphe. Those two as well would be my favourite. If I had top three, it'd be Makeup Revolution, Morphe, Jeffree Star, and then Morphe. Brushes will be Spectrum though. All the way. Love my Spectrum brushes. How does it feel to be in your own place? Any tips? Okay, so I don't actually have my own place. Me and Connor are still living with his mum and her partner. So it's still like a family unit. But it is a much bigger house, so we do have a lot more space than we had. And it's just a really nice. But I would say, like, to anyone, because I moved out into my own place when I was 18, I think. And I was not ready. I did it because I thought I was. I thought that the person that I moved out with, I was going to be with forever at the time. And I shouldn't have done that. That's fine. That's whatever. It's okay. Lessons learned. Don't feel pressured to move out of your parents' home just because of your age. If you're not financially ready, if you're not mentally ready, do not do it. Obviously, different people have different ways of how they would like to move out. Mine, I want to buy a house. I don't want to rent. So we are staying with Connor's mum until we have a deposit ready. If things slow down with that, then I imagine we will go on to rent our own place eventually. But right now, neither of us are financially or mentally stable enough to go out there. I mean, I could survive on my own. I can look after myself, but it's more about the financial situation. Have you ever met someone famous? Yes, I have. I have met Jamie Lang, Ollie Proudlock, and Ollie... Oh, what's his last name? Ollie... What is his name? Ollie Locke. I've met those three from Made in Chelsea. I had my pictures taken with them like years ago. And I was on the same train as Binky on the way home from somewhere. And then I actually saw Gordon Ramsay the other day. He didn't see me, but I squealed at him by accident. So I have met a few people. Would you like to be famous? I don't think I would like to be like Billie Eilish famous. I wouldn't mind gaining some audience for my YouTube and stuff. I don't think I'd like to be like out there having my pictures taken all the time and stuff like that. But I think I would like to have a large audience on YouTube and on Instagram. Just because I want to be involved in the social media life. That's just like the route I want to go down. But yeah, I wouldn't go as far as to say like famous. Like, I don't want to be like Leonardo DiCaprio famous. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I feel like I've answered this one before. It used to be like, I used to want to live in Australia. I still kind of do, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. I feel like the safest place to be is in the UK. So I guess it'll be somewhere in the UK. Like, we've got our healthcare, we don't have like crazy ass weather, we don't have big scary spiders. Which there was one in my house last night actually. Not quite Australia size, but it was big for me in the UK. But yeah, I feel like the safest place to be is the UK, so that is where I will stay living. But of course I'd like to visit everywhere else. But yeah, if you'd asked me like a few months ago, I would have said like Australia or not New York, but somewhere not in America. Not anymore. Alright, so this video was actually longer than I thought it was going to be, considering I didn't have that many questions. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I definitely enjoyed answering. Sorry if the answers were a bit boring, but that's me. Hopefully next time I do one, I'll get more questions and we'll have some more fun. That is all from me today. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what you want to see next. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys.
She can't stay sober for a